Oh shoot, we just got us a DoorDash. Got some water from Food Lion. I'm gonna use a bottle of this to brush my teeth and make some freaking coffee. Oh yeah, got us some brownies, garlic. Oh yeah, olive oil. Oh yeah, mozzarella, Kobe Jack, jalapeno, cheddar slices, and I'm seeing some crackers. We're doing some cheddar slices and crackers, some eggs. Dang, 2 things of eggs, apples, some ranch, creamy chicken dumplings. That'd be good with some crackers too. Roasted chicken noodle. Oh shoot. And we got us some bread. I guess I can make me a egg sandwich. That'd be good. Oh yeah. So much Beverly. She was trying to do like a Walmart order, but with all the snow and everything, Walmart, they done cut the orders off. Come on, Hyacinth. You work 24/7. You're the most loyal to the Most High. You shouldn't be letting the clouds do you like this, man. You're more powerful than the clouds. Come on. Let's get it in. Trying to talk some motivation into the Hyacinth up there, man. Come on, Thomas. Let's get it in, bro. We need some heat. We need to melt snow. I gotta get my butt over here and cut up some of this tree. I done sat here and ate me a brownie. I think I'm about to eat me some cheddar cheese and a couple crackers. Heating me up some water, trying to make me some coffee for a little bit of motivation. But yeah, I'm ready to run some of these chainsaws, boy. I think I'm gonna do the egg sandwiches a little bit later, maybe after I get into some labor and work my butt off. Maybe we'll do some of that more like dinner. I think it's about 1 now, so I don't want to hang out too long. I want to get it in while the getting it in is good during the day. Let's see, we got us crackers. Splitting these up. I should be warming this up, but I'll do that later. I'm gonna make some egg sandwiches. Trying to get this dang fire going. This maple ain't burning all that great. I'm about to walk down there and get me another piece of oak. Trying to heat up my coffee, heat up some cat food. Already heated timbers up. I'm gonna walk the 310 over here to our huge mess, and then I'll come back and get the little 440, which is way better for lifting up, like up your chest and all that, cutting branches. 310 is amazing for bucking the stuff on the ground, the bigger stuff. So taking both saws over here. I took a couple tarps over there earlier. All the tarps, even the ones that I have covering piles, are just kind of iced over. So I guess I'm just gonna put some tarps on the ground for underneath the wood, and then after everything melts, I'll cover the wood up. I think I'm gonna find a couple of trees and stack a bunch of wood in between 2 trees. Dang right. Oh yeah. Big old freaking poplar tree all up in the air. Look at that big old tree. Dude, I can't wait to cut that tree down and drop this tree. I'm tempted to do it now, but it's a little risky. I gotta wait for the snow. Yeah, it's just too risky to do it right now. Especially with these springy trees holding up weight. It's gonna be crazy. Like, I don't even know where to stand when I do this. I think if I were smart, I'd just have to cut it over here in the middle first and take a bunch of weight off of it. So I gotta cut it right there where it bends down. But that's also gotta wait, because that is super risky. Yeah, we're leaving that for the time being. Gonna stay saw. Balancing. All right. We got the 310, freshly sharpened chain, 440, freshly sharpened chain. Now, I gotta start cutting, stacking, and see how hard I wanna go. Because I ain't really feeling that hard, but sometimes you just start getting it in and then you go harder than you thought you were going to once you get warmed up. I see a spot here right behind you. 2 little oak trees. I'm gonna have a tall stack there. Then I got these 2 maple trees over here I need to clean up a little bit. I think I'm gonna stack a bunch in there, in between them 2 trees. Planning on covering it up and just leaving it until I decide that I need it or want to use it for either whatever comes first. Chainsaw carving, firewood, still a little loose. Thought I'd tighten it up here. She definitely cut. Definitely cut. Alright, I should actually just put a tarp down to protect all the wood. I brought these ugly old things. That'll work for underneath, I guess. At least keep it out of the, you know, the mud and the dirt. I'll keep this big one for over there. How big is this one? There we go. That's a little better for that smaller. I guess they're about the same size, really. But put it over here. Spots, but we have these 2 pretty young oaks. I ain't gonna cut down no youngins like this unless I need some good posts. These are real good posts. But for now, we're gonna hold up some firewood. gonna layer the ground here, just like that. Start stacking. And I'm planning on stacking this pretty much as high as I can reach. And then drape a tarp over it. This should be good. And this is gonna be about my pace. Not much hustle today. Oh my goodness. I guess this is what you call slowly but surely. I wonder what this stuff would look like doing some chainsaw carvings. I like the shape of these. The bark is pretty cool too. I should have actually cut a couple of these longer, but these are good. That's good enough. Another thing about this wood is I don't think this stuff really cracks much, so I think we're going to be doing a little bit of carving with this stuff. So it's good that we're using a tarp here. And I think once we get up to, hell, maybe here I could go ahead and go like that maybe to protect it more on the bottom. Or maybe one more row and then put it up. Or just leave it like this, I don't know. You don't want to put it up and create a swimming pool or a pond in here. So yeah, we'll just leave it down. Possibly once we get to a certain height, I could, shit, maybe I should have pulled the tarp out more and, yeah, whatever. I'm overthinking it. Let's just get it in, man. I guess that's about how we're pacing it. Cutting it and stacking it. I am Iron Man. Which one's next? Man, this oak is big. But I think that's what's going next. Oak. Big pieces of oak. Alright, here we go, these big boys. Well, these big round ones, they're leaving gaps underneath and in between. So I'm gonna move on to a little bit smaller stuff over here to kind of add in between these big logs, fill in the gaps, because I don't want a bunch of gaps in it, which I guess is kind of good for drying, but I don't want to waste space for stacking. I want it to be fully filled in, like a wall. I should do a wall like that one of these days in one of my creations. A log wall like that would be pretty freaking cool. You can see how we got some gappage in here that I would like to fill in. So I need some of these like in there. Boop, boop. Just to kind of fill in the gaps there. Because I want this to be a fully stacked, nice thing about as high as I can get them. And of course, I am not lifting those big ones that high for sure. So we're just gonna have a few mixed in, a few more here, and then we'll move on, which they're gonna start getting a little better. Those are super heavy over there. Do believe some of these will work. Perfect. And I can carry a couple of these compared to those big ones. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna add a long one in there too. I used to pay for this. I used to pay a membership to go in a building and do this. Woo. I'm about ready for an egg sandwich. Now, them stacks, boy. 6 to 8 months, this will be a stack of freaking gold right here. I'd probably keep going until it's about like that. Unless I brought a ladder. Then I'd have to get some paracord to tie it up so it don't fall over. That would actually be the way to go, is to stack it up pretty high, drape a tarp over it, and then tie some paracord around it so the tarp will stay and it'll stop the wood from tipping. But that's a perfect spot right there, them two smaller trees. But on top of that tarp, out of the weather, staying dry. And this summer, the sun will just, the heat and the sun will just steam it under the tarp, dry the crap out of it. It'll be perfect. I think I'm gonna grab a piece of that oak from down there, or I could walk over here and get a few pieces of these branches. I would really love a cup of coffee, possibly an egg sandwich. We'll see what time it is. See if I want to run these saws more and cut up more. I pretty much stacked all that I've cut so far, but I got a whole lot more to cut up. Whole lot more. I'm really not tired at all. I've been going at a slow, steady pace. What's getting me is I am inside of these coveralls, sweating. I have a hoodie under here, a long sleeve shirt with a t-shirt over it, sweatpants under the coveralls, and I'd hate to take the coveralls off and cool off too fast. So I'm gonna go probably grab a piece of this oak, which is down the hill this way. I might as well go this way and grab that on the way back. I'm gonna go get the fire going, make me some coffee, at least take the top of these coveralls off, sit by the fire, cool off a little bit by the fire, sip on some coffee. Then if I have time and daylight, I don't know what freaking time it is because I don't see the sun. So I have no idea what time it is. I'm guessing I have an hour or so left. I don't know, I might end up coming to grab my saws and continuing this in the morning, or I'll come back and do it some more depending on how much time we got. We're about to find out. I'm gonna grab a piece of this oak, which is right down this hill, literally just right here. And you can tell the tarp is off. I have been getting into this oak. Whoa, we sliding. Whoa. Oh, and I've seen some comments talking about some of the stuff I already have laying around. This stuff is rotten. I think I mentioned that in other videos. This stuff is too far gone. It's rotten. When I do clean these up, which I plan on doing, I'm gonna make a pile somewhere down in the valley and just have a nice fire down here sometime, and have a pile of a bunch of this old stuff that isn't worth carrying to the fire pit. I'll just locally pile it up and have a fire somewhere, if I can even get that old rotten stuff to burn. A lot of this stuff is really good though, like these sticks, definitely good stuff that I do come and get and take back a lot. So as you can see, I have really been working on this oak. This stuff burns so wonderful. I know it's beautiful, but you know, it's just a blessing to have right now. I could save it for other things, but hey, who knows if you're even gonna wake up tomorrow. So enjoy what you have while you got it. Coffee.
What happened when they start making robotic soldiers? When AI meets robotics, bro, we are done. We are done. Our jobs are done. Our purpose is done. And it's only going to take these machines a little bit of time to figure out that we're just infesting their world, and we're going to be done. We are going to be fine for sure. Like you guys.
Oh yeah, Maxwell in my cup. Oh yeah, this coffee is gonna be so good. This makes it way stronger than the freaking coffee pot, because you're like literally just pouring the coffee in the boiling water Oh yeah, a little messy too. Not something you want to do at home inside, unless you have a better pot to pour with. This pot ain't the best pouring pot, but it's the best pot I got that I like. I think we about there. Oh yeah. I need me a lid for this. I guess I need to get me a pouring pot with a lid for my coffee. I love that handle on there. That's one reason I really love this pot, is because that handle does not get hot. All right, it's about 3:30. I think it gets dark around 5, right? I don't even know. I don't even pay attention to what time it gets dark, honestly. That's weird. So I have no idea. I'm guessing like 5. Maybe later. I have no idea. What the heck? I guess I could look at the weather app. But anyway, I'm guessing I got like an hour and a half. So, got me some amazing coffee. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting up. I'm gonna try to cut some of this big part right here. I hadn't even checked the fuel in the 310. If that's, I'm gonna run that till it pretty much runs out of gas, and then we'll switch over to this. But I'm gonna try to cut up maybe some chunks of this bigger stuff right here, some of that bigger stuff right there, and at least get this stacked as high as I can get it before dark. And I did not eat, well, I didn't cook my egg sandwiches still yet. I just made coffee, ate me a couple more cheese crackers, so that'll hold me off for another couple hours. But I think we're doing us some egg sandwiches for dinner tonight. I did not grab my freaking earplugs. Oh my gosh. Do I have to walk all the way back over there to get my earplugs, or do I got... Oh, I thought I had 2 in my pocket. Well, I gotta take that hike all the way back over there for some earplugs. But first, before I do that, I'm gonna walk all the way over there and get earplugs. I might as well fuel this thing up while I'm over there, I guess. Oh, we still got a little bit in here. But yeah, I'm gonna carry this over there and fuel it up, I guess. But what I want to do here is I kind of have this up off the ground, which is cool. I'm wondering if I can cut it right here first, because if I cut this part over here, this thing's gonna roll, which actually could be a good idea. Now that I think about it, I would like it to stay on this, but maybe come off the log down there. How do I want to do this? No, I think I do want it. I think I do want to try to get it to stay. It might not stay, it might still roll, but I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to cut it right here and see if all of this will stay. I know for a fact if I cut it there first, this top part is going to want to make the whole thing roll, which is fine too. I don't know, whatever, let's just cut this thing. Either way is fine with me. I think I might actually just cut it right there and just let it roll. Yeah. I overthought that so freaking crazy. saw is honestly not really that loud. The Husky 55, forget it. This ain't so bad. This day. hit dirt, but I didn't. The snow is deep. Dang, that little bit of gas went further than I expected. Still got a little something in there, but it ain't enough in there worth cranking it back up. And I think I do want to keep cutting some of this bigger stuff. Get my stack going. Possibly start another stack over here before I even crank up the 440 and start on these branches. I think I do want to finish cutting up this bigger stuff tonight. Then possibly tomorrow we'll focus on the branches up here, possibly some other trees. This is kind of fun. I'm enjoying this, honestly. And having this wood staged and covered up and stacked nicely, it's gonna come in very, very handy this spring and summer when it comes first off to chainsaw carving. Then we got the future firewood just drying. So a win-win for the tree gold out here. So I'm gonna start these big ones. There's no way I'm picking these big ones up that high. I'm just gonna take them over here. I got a spot already picked out where I want to stack this. So I think I might go ahead and start doing that now before I even go fuel this thing up. Let's get it in, break a sweat, then I can go over there and cool off while I'm fueling this thing up. I think I need a sip of coffee. Then we're gonna get it in, man. Get it in. Oh, I need my tarp for over there. I ain't got anywhere dry. Sitting saws, stumps. Generator running like crap. Sounds like a tractor instead of a high rev generator. Sounds like a big commercial sump pump. Oh. These bad boys are gonna be heavy. I think just like over there, I'm probably gonna have to mix them a little bit until I get a little higher up. Get it in, man. Get it in. Hopefully I can stack them somewhat level so it ain't top heavy. It is kind of on a weird slope there, but kind of like the best spot I see really to stack wood for now. So that's where it's going. That is where it's going for now. Oh yeah. I wonder how much these weigh. I think I'm at least. Well, I think I got about 2 rows really, as far as these big ones. I think I'm just gonna do these big ones all the way across the bottom. Then I'll go refill the 310 and then come back and start cutting some of this other stuff up. Then I can kind of weave them in there and start taking some over to my other stack too. So we might actually have 2 decent stacks tonight if I hustle. Which I ain't planning on hustling. Steady. I'm going steady. So now an hour before dark, the high saint wants to come out and show off. I see how you are, high saint. See how you are. Got that oak, boy. Got that oak. Got it up off the ground too. Oh yeah. Got it aimed right, tree to tree. Oh yeah. Gonna have it up on this tarp out of the freaking dirt. This is gonna be good. I think this is gonna stack pretty level, pretty good. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right. I guess I can bring a few more, lay them out. I'm gonna start cutting up this medium-sized stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, I need to go fuel the 310 up again. I ain't cutting this big stuff with that little 440. I brought the 440 just to do the top of the tree, the branches. Smaller stuff where I'm lifting it up and everything. That 310's so heavy, you ain't lifting that thing up. But that thing is cutting, boy, with that new chain on it. Get a right boy. Go fuel her up. Dang, son, where have you been today? Goodness gracious. All right, we got us some fuel, y'all. Let's go cut some wood out yonder, way out yonder. Got a pretty cabin in the snow. I don't know exactly how much more I got in me, but I'm gonna keep going until I can't, which ain't gonna be much more. Camera's about dead too, so I'm gonna start cutting some stuff up. I'm gonna move a little bit of it, and then I guess I'll see y'all around dinner time, and we'll continue this in the morning, right? Ah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice. Trying to keep them level, as level as I can, so it ain't gonna be top heavy. And this thing's about to go. You gotta get out the way. I think I've got my workout in today, for sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice. I think I got one or two more in me. And then that's it. I couldn't be happier. This is some beautiful wood. One more. Get in there. I thought I was going to focus on that pile and go as high as I could, but I ended up building this one too. So I say it's been a great day. We got a lot accomplished. This is amazing. And I plan on having more of these. Chainsaw carving projects, firewood. I just need it all. I need wood staged and drying because we got a lot to do out here. What you think? What you think, man? You like that? I appreciate all your help. You know? I think I'm ready for more coffee and dinner. All right, we doing it. Got us some butter on here. Kind of toasting our buns some. Got us some eggs. Need to put me a little bit of cheese on there. Instead of mayo, we're gonna throw us a little bit of this ranch on here. I ain't gonna lie, this it says organic or whatever. Basically tastes like mayonnaise anyway. And there's our other toasted bun. Oh yeah, now we're just gonna let that sit there. Kind of cool a little bit. Got some nice egg sandwich. And then we got us another egg over here. We can make us one more. Oh yes. Thank you so much, Beverly. We got it in today.